Take a breath. Welcome to Space to Exhale, the podcast, weekly inspiration for self-care and soft living. I am your host, Lisa Hurley. I'm a 5-time Anthem Award winner, 2nd-generation Reiki master and community builder, and I'm the author of the book, Space to Exhale. Through healing modalities like breathwork, affirmations, and meditations, I'll guide you on a life-changing journey to help you know yourself, love yourself, be yourself, and create much-needed space to exhale. Everyone, and welcome to Space to Exhale, the podcast. I'm your host, Lisa Hurley, and I'm here to remind us all to slow down, take a breath, say no to hustle culture, and yes to a life of ease. For those of you who follow me on LinkedIn, you know that the original plan for today was a little bit different in terms of what we would be discussing. But you know, this is a live show and things happen at the last moment. So there's been a last minute change. So if you're joining us, you'll see a very familiar face on screen. That is the face of Sharon Hurley Hall, my big sis. hello, sis, again.
Hi, hey, sis.
For the, what is this? I don't know, 6, 7,
I don't
8,
know, sixth time. I don't know. You know, now that we're doing Introvert Sisters together, it's starting again. It's just starting to merge. It's like we've done 10 of those. We've done 6, maybe 7 of these. I don't know at this point.
It's been a lot. But you know, it's good to do them together and to be able to share our work. So before we get into today's show, you know the program. Those who've been following for a while know the program. And by the program, I mean we start literally by taking some space to exhale together, right? Which, let me just tell you, today I have a 1000% need. I don't know about you. But so
always.
Let's take a moment to exhale. So I invite all of you to, close your eyes if that is comfortable for you. Raise your shoulders up to your ears and then drop them down a bit. Do that again. Raise your shoulders up and then let them down slowly. And now we're going to do some breathing together. So through your nose, just inhale and exhale through your mouth with a loud sigh. Ah. And again, inhale and exhale again with a sigh. Ah. And inhale and exhale with a sigh. Ah. Okay. And now, Sharon, let's come back into the room. Everybody, let's settle ourselves, right? We just got grounded, we exhaled. And so, sis, tell me what has been going on with you. I know we actually have a lot to discuss today. What you guys might not know is, I think it's like every other week, Sharon and I actually have like a scheduled sister to sister call. But let me tell you, Mrs. Hurley Hall has been on vacation, right? Traveling the continent. And so tell me what's going on, sis.
Oh my gosh. Well, this has been an epic trip so far. So let me start with Quiet Queens 2 happened in London, co-hosted with Yinka Yawola.
Nice.
Our introvert affirming nourish and network lunch. 12 wonderful women in the room. Wow. And it was again epic.
So wait, tell me. Yeah, so
here the idea of this, and I know that this will resonate with your audience,
Hmm.
is and with our audience, in fact, on the Introvert Sisters,
Absolutely.
we wanted to show that as introverts, you could network without all the busyness, basically,
Mm-hmm.
right? That you could have an introvert affirming event, which would still allow for connection
Mm-hmm.
and community building,
Mm-hmm.
and business would still get done.
Mm-hmm.
What people don't know, because we didn't announce it, is that after last year's Quiet Queens, the business that resulted from that was worth around £30,000,
Are you
right?
serious?
From connections made in the room.
What?
This year, somebody had found two new clients before she left the room, right? So
Amazing.
connections are being made. And
Right.
so we have already determined that we will be doing Quiet Queens 3 next year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It will involve our lunch, but there may be some differences as well. We're going to be building a community around the concept as well. So watch this space for announcements of that, right? We have people that already have said, okay, I've been on Quiet Queens 1 and 2. I'm coming back for 3. Let me
Mm-hmm.
sign up now. We don't even need to know what the date is. We're going to be there. Right. So
That's
there was
amazing.
that.
Because
Yeah.
that speaks to, that says how much you are trusted, how much you
Yes.
are trusted, and how well you delivered on your promise. Because people
Yes.
don't, that's what people do for, I don't know, essence and that kind of stuff. They're like,
Yeah.
we just go every year. And that sounds like what you're building, like an event that people
Yes.
are just like,
For sure.
it's a banner event.
It is. It is. And people have been saying, oh, this is the kind of room we need. We need it more often. And so it's a testament, those quieter spaces. And let me tell you, extroverts and ambiverts also enjoy introvert affirming spaces. We have proved it 2 years in a row,
Hmm.
right? Speaking of introversion, one of the things I attended, I want to shout out Daniela Janas. I hope I'm pronouncing her last name correctly.
Hmm.
She has a series of events she calls the Founders Dinner. She is a
Right.
Black woman introvert, and
Hmm.
she said she set out to create the kind of rooms that she could not discover,
Amazing, amazing.
right? And
Speaking
so,
of people creating rooms that they could not discover, we have somebody else that we are going to, right? That we are going to add to the
yes.
stage here now. Our good sis, Latrice.
Hey,
Hello,
Latrice.
hello, hello.
Hello.
How are you doing, sis? I think you're still on mute. She's like, hold on a second.
Yes.
Okay, I think I'm sitting
yeah,
here, I'm trying, I'm like, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna figure it out.
Hey,
Good
Latrice.
morning,
How you
afternoon,
doing, sis?
evening, whatever it is. I'm good. I'm doing. How are you both doing?
We're good.
good. I'm good. Yes, yes, yes. So Sharon was just telling us about two of her events that she has coming up, and you
Those
have
are two
one coming.
events that have passed.
That is sorry
I
that
haven't
have
even
passed.
I haven't even got to the events that are
I'm
coming
not
yet.
Right. And I know you have one coming up as well, Latrice, and I want to talk about that. And folks, the reason why um, I want to talk about these events is because actually, despite appearances, all three of us are introverts, right? And the
Yep.
same way we're up here all in our different shades and patterns of green, right?
Mhm.
Our introversion shows up slightly differently for each of us, but we are all introverts. Nevertheless, we are out there doing the hard things, showing up, networking, throwing events, hosting events, and so on. However, it just, right, even though we're introverts, we continue on.
We do.
We continue
We
on
I
do.
doing
said
hard things.
I I
Mhm.
said to someone today, actually, I was out. Again, I have been doing so much networking on this trip. I've been out meeting people. I said, but what people don't see is that still takes a toll. I
Hmm.
still need that space to exhale
Yes.
afterwards,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, right?
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's peopling is a lot for us
People is so hard.
introverts. It is a lot. It is a lot.
Yeah.
We do it, but the recovery from
Mhm.
doing it can,
It's
it
Yeah,
takes some time, but we get out there and we do it nonetheless because
we do.
we live in this world where you have to.
Yeah.
It's network or
yeah.
nothing.
So my question for you, Latrice, because people have heard Sharon and I discuss this many times, but on the Introvert Sisters podcast. But of course, this is now the Introvert Sisters,
Right.
right? Introvert Sisters. So when did you first know
Mm-hmm.
that you were an introvert?
Oh, I don't. Okay, I think this is a loaded question. I've always known that I was really quiet because everybody told me that. Right, you should talk more. You should do this. Like there was that. And if anybody's ever seen my TED talk, because I'm never going to repeat it again. I had a very embarrassing nickname because of how quiet I was. So like everyone, I think, let me know that I was an introvert, but I don't know if I had the word for it until probably maybe it might even been close to high school before I think I had a word for it, like knew what introversion was, and maybe not even then fully understood it, because I don't know if I understood that introversion was beyond me being quiet. It was it was the way that my energy showed up and recovered itself. And what I needed to do in order to do that. And so like that full understanding, I'm pretty sure I was an adult before I think I had a full understanding of my own introversion. But again, being the very quiet into my books, into myself, observing everybody, just looking at, and taking it all in since I can remember, like literally since my first memories. Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, Sharon and I have been quiet basically all our lives, and I don't think I realized it because you know Mama Bear, right, Latrice, and so she's quiet, Sharon is quiet, I'm quiet. I much later discovered that our dad is also introverted, so I don't know if Sharon and I had a choice but to be introverted,
to be introverted. That's interesting. That's interesting because I grew up in the complete opposite environment. You've met some of my family. I just thought that I was quiet by default because they're just so loud.
Like that could be it.
But,
nature, nurture.
It's very interesting. It's very interesting the way you can be quiet, because like I was always quiet, but often made to feel as if there was something slightly suspicious about being so quiet. Why are you so quiet? Why are you so quiet? Why don't you want to speak to people more? It's like, because it was weird. And so now
of being,
I think it's really go ahead.
They say accused, like they would say, like, you're thinking about something. What are you plotting? Like no, I'm just
I'm allowed to be quiet. I'm allowed to be quiet. But I always felt like there was something wrong with being that way. Until I discovered the language of introversion. I said, oh, I'm an introvert. Okay then. So you all can just, with the criticism.
And so what I find interesting, because as you know, there are all these myths about us, but all three of us, we're all authors, right? Welcome to the club, Miss Latrice, right? And I know I'm not going to say anything, but I'm hoping that you have another one planned. That's all I'm going to say on that subject, Latrice. So keep us posted.
It's in the works.
Keep us posted if and when you want to. But we're all writers, all authors. We're all community builders. Each of us has a community, right? All of us plan or have planned events. Now, of the three of us, I am the closest to being a newbie. You Latrice and Sharon, y'all do it all the time. And so what I wanted to discuss today is, okay, tell me a little bit about why, especially as introverts, but why you decided to get into event planning of all things, which seems like the least introverted thing possible, why you decided to get into it, and what kinds of events you plan. So Latrice, why don't you go first?
So actually, I think I got into event planning because it was the most introverted thing possible. So so let me explain, because the event planning started again, probably back way back when I've been doing all kinds of things, but it was because I could be on the back end of things and not the front end. So like, I think the difference between some of the events that I do now is that like there's a difference between event planning the event and also hosting it versus event planning, like just doing the back end event planning. So I think that the journey into event planning was because of my introversion, that I could just be on the back end and doing things. And we work together. You know how much I love to be on just the back end of things and hide in the shadows.
Then you work magic. I remember when, you know, it's a long story from last year, but I remember when we'll skip all the drama. But the point is, you were like, okay, I'm a plan your book launch, and you went away, and a couple of days
and wasn't
later,
it amazing,
girl? But do you remember, sis? Do you remember when I sent you the plan, the layout of what Latrice had planned, and she and I actually, Latrice, Sharon and I weren't like on camera at the time, but I could, you know, I know her well, so I knew that she was like. Just like jaw dropping, but that's because you had time to sit and think and envision and do what a lot of introverts are very, very good at. So I still remember that.
Yeah. No, every person I plan for, up and including myself, because the event I have coming up has the same thing. You get a lookbook first, where you're going to get a color palette and you're going to get a layout and you're going to do, like, you know, you get a whole theming and everything like that. Like, I start there in that, because again, that's where I thrive and I live, and I can do that within myself and, you know, think very deeply. I go into research mode. Who is this person? What do they want to convey? And I always say an event has to be an experience. It's not something that people come to and they just take something away from it, you know, something physical or even if it's something emotional or even spiritual. They have to also have it, like it has to be an experience that they'll never forget. They have to have something that they know, do, and feel, right? And like that's event planning 101. So like that it lives very squarely there, and then builds from that and goes from there. So yeah.
Oh, that leads so nicely into the retreat I'm planning in September.
Oh, tell
right?
us.
No. We're having the Still and Sovereign Retreat, which has, I'm going to show, if I can show, can you see?
A little
bit,
yes. Oh, look, yes. The logo.
The logo.
It's a little blurry,
yes.
but we'll throw it up in the comments.
Okay, there we go.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, there it is.
And that was designed by the fabulous Rose Reynolds, right?
Oh, that has Rose written over it.
yes. So good. And so the idea is, you know, the idea is for us to do less, feel more, and be more in tune with ourselves.
Oh,
right? Think about our energy, think about our boundaries, think about what brought us into that room. Think about whether we could get off our damn phones for 5 seconds. Right?
Hello.
Hello, right?
And just what led you to come up with the idea, even? Because you've done stuff, and you know, you've done the Quiet Queens that you were telling us about at the top of the show, and you've done that, but this is a whole different thing. It's in Barbados. It is luxury. It is fabulous. It's in a private villa. Like, it's a whole nother level. So, well, tell me how you came up with that.
Quiet Queens said to me, "Oh, this introvert can do in-person events and deliver fabulosity." Right? Right. And so I thought to myself, well, what would it look like to support my fellow introverts, my fellow Quiet Queens, over the course of several days?
Right.
What would it look like to bring together some of the stuff I've learned as a Reiki master with some of the other stuff in my background and create a stellar experience? What would it look like to have that happen in a Black woman-owned luxury villa in Barbados, because Barbados is such a warm place, because it's a place where ley lines meet, so it's very energetically connected. So it brings all of that together. And so that was the idea. I still have a couple of spaces open. But that is the idea. And I've been very very happily creating merch and so on for the retreat.
Oh,
And just thinking
lovely.
about crafting a kind of experience where people get that deep rest. That
Hmm.
space to exhale, frankly,
Yeah.
where,
Mhm.
and I know you're going to be there, Latrice.
We're hoping.
Look, I'm
Please,
I'm
please.
still I'm still figuring it out. I'm still figuring it out.
Yes, I know,
I'm
I
not
know, I
ready to
know.
do it.
We're
It's
It will
almost
yeah,
a
go.
weekly
but
conversation in this house. So weekly
right, and
conversation.
just and it's so interesting. Like the people that are in the room, oh, they're not all black actually, but they are people who work in social justice spaces, and
Hmm.
so they care very deeply about the fate of the world.
Right.
And
Mhm.
so I think it's really interesting to bring those people who give so much back to others
Hmm.
into a space to be
Mhm.
taken care of for 5 days, to have their,
Hmm.
not to have to think about their food, to have their own private oasis, those fabulous, fabulous bedrooms at La Maison Michel,
La
right?
Maison
And
Michel.
just have that for those 5 days and just enjoy being cared for,
Hmm.
Mhm.
right? I
Yes.
think, yeah.
That sounds beautiful. That
So
sounds beautiful. That's actually something I wrote about in my newsletter on Sunday.
I
Like,
Mhm.
saw that.
who
Mhm.
takes care of the
Yeah.
caregivers?
And I
Giver.
posted about it last week as well. Yes.
Thank you,
So
thank
we're
you.
in sync.
We
Yeah.
are in sync, and I don't know if you noticed a little. It was kind of to you, but to all firstborn children, right?
Mhm.
Because I
I've
think
been reading a lot about that recently.
it is in the DNA. It is in the DNA. If
Mhm.
you're firstborn, or if somehow, Latrice, I don't remember birth order-wise where you fall in your family. I
Oh,
don't think that.
I'm the textbook middle child. I have an
Right, right,
older
right.
sister and a
Mm.
But
younger brother.
yes,
Hmm.
but what I do know is that you have firstborn child energy.
Are you the
Absolutely.
first girl?
No, I have older
No, not
sister
even.
and
Okay.
Not even the first
younger
girl.
Okay.
brother.
Okay.
No, we're just
Wow.
Yeah,
so
they're
cut
different.
differently. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Yeah, but
I have a very
yeah.
specific role in my family, and I
Mhm.
always have been.
Yeah, the so the way I call you, Sharon, the great implementer,
Hmm.
Latrice definitely plays that role in her family, from what I have
Okay.
observed. Yeah,
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
it could be
Yeah.
anything.
Honestly, I actually think it's because I'm the only introvert in my family. I actually think that's
Oh, because you observe and you
Yes,
see what needs to happen, and then you go ahead and deliver it.
and you
yes,
have innate
Yes.
systems
That
thinking.
actually makes a lot of sense, Latrice.
yes.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
everyone else is that very like they're all like they all think out loud, they all do out loud. Like
Loud, loud.
loud.
Loud, loud. Yes.
And
Right.
meanwhile, I'm
Can
just
y'all give
sitting
me
there.
can y'all take a beat? Can y'all give me a minute?
Exactly. Even this past, or I've had like the craziest past like 2 weeks possible
Mhm,
with like a
mhm.
weird storm that came through New Jersey and like ripped trees up, and my neighborhood was just trashed. We lost power
Oh
for a week. We
no.
were literally living in a hotel. Like it's been a
Mhm.
crazy week. Broke my wrist trying to like create a makeshift
Don't even
refrigerator to
start.
save food.
Don't
Like
even
it's
start
just
about
been like
that.
a really weird week. But when it first all went down, it's funny because this house full of people who always got something to say and do, everyone just like checked out. They were like, I'm gonna go to sleep and then the power will be back on. And I was like, how?
They're like, what about our food? What about our safety? What about our survival?
Yeah, I'm sitting here like there's a
Wow.
tree in our driveway we have to clean up. Like no one has power. Something needs to be done, right?
Done.
And so like I walked around and I was like, food
Hence
is
the
gonna
broken
spoil.
wrist.
Hit the broken wrist because I went into plan and action, and like I cooked everyone.
Yes.
I got up the next morning and cooked everybody breakfast on the grill. Do not ask how you scramble eggs on a grill, but somehow I figured that out. But
Listen.
like on a charcoal
Yeah.
grill, not a gas
No, no,
grill.
no.
Like it was, I was out there grilling breakfast and
I
everything. But
remember I Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember
that's the thing.
we were doing eggs on a camping stove after a storm, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like,
Mhm.
yeah,
This is where we're
not for
at.
the faint-hearted.
No, no.
It is not. It's not. It's not. So yeah, I do think I think that's how that happened. I think the introversion is how I got into this position. The only other person who was introverted was my father. Um, and yeah, I'm very much built like him. As much as everyone thinks that I'm so much like my mother, and there are things that I am, I'm very much built like my dad, and
Mm,
he was the
Mm,
same way. Mhm.
okay,
cool.
cool. So
Yeah.
Miss Latrice, so you mentioned that you have an event coming up. So
Mhm.
tell us a little bit about that, what the idea is behind it, like what was your inspiration? You
Mhm.
mentioned that there's going to be a color palette. I'm like, okay, this is good information to have.
Of course there is. In fact, I have to send
I
out an
didn't
email to
know.
everybody to let them know that because it's a color palette for me, right? Like what it's gonna look like. But you know how much I love for pictures to look like they're coordinated. So I'm gonna
Of
send
course,
out an email to let everybody know to wear purple to the
right?
event. So
You mean
that
like the color of your gorgeous hair?
like the color
Oh,
of the hair.
yes.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love it.
in preparation mode. Like when I start doing stuff like that, like something's coming. So
Yes.
yeah, the purple and gold, which are Leader Keys colors, but it's
Mhm.
called the Page to the
Ooh.
Stage, and this only came about because I don't know how to celebrate myself or celebrate the things that I've
Yeah.
done, and this has been a big year of firsts
Mhm.
for me. A TED talk, a book, like it was a lot,
Amazing.
and everyone kept saying, why aren't you like, are you
Yeah.
celebrating? Like I've had many people reach out to me and like, well, what are you doing, or is there going to
Yeah.
be a book launch, or like what are you doing? And I'm like, nothing.
Right.
Because
Because you just move on to the next thing. There's like so much to be done. You just move
Yes.
on. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
yeah, so I
Yeah.
decided, you know what, no, you're right, I should do something,
Mhm.
but in true introverted form, I was like, it has to be quiet and intimate. And so I'm having it at my home in Morristown, New Jersey. I'm going to open up my
Oh,
home. I'm not going to go crazy with decor. I'm going to get some purple and gold throughout, and
Can I, do you mind if
the
I interrupt you
food,
for a quick second?
drinks.
Can I
Yeah.
can I
not going.
interrupt you for a quick second? By not go crazy with decor. Does that
Yeah.
mean for
Because I'm
regular
wondering
people,
about this. Having seen Lisa's launch, having seen other
right?
things you've been involved with, I'm thinking, what does not going crazy by with
I
decor look
thought,
like for you? That right, you get a couple of drapes and throw them around and call it Wally, or
No, girl, there's
you're
flowers.
not.
I'm like, she's been posting. I'm like, no, I've seen some purple glittery something. I'm
there's
like,
Yeah.
some
not go
there's
crazy.
some tablecloths.
Okay.
There may be a
Karen,
picture
That
of
sounds
Lancelot.
amazing.
I will
And
That's about it.
photograph
we
the
should
evidence
celebrate
and send it to
ourselves.
you. Yes,
We should
Yeah,
celebrate ourselves.
yeah,
We're
absolutely.
often so bad
Hmm.
at recognizing our own achievements and giving them, taking a moment to, because often we are awesome,
right,
Yes,
right?
right,
We are
right,
and
fabulous.
we're good at things.
right.
Someone actually told me that the other day. And they said, take a minute to recognize all the
Mhm.
stuff that you have done.
Mm-hmm.
Take a minute. They told me that. Take a moment to recognize all the peopling that you have done in the last 3 weeks as an introvert,
That part.
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. Take a
Yeah.
minute. That is an achievement already.
Mhm.
Take a
On its
moment
Mm-hmm.
to
own.
recognize the people that you have connected with. Take a
Right.
moment to recognize the events you have been involved with. And,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
take a moment, and this is for you both, to
Mhm.
recognize your amazing books,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Thank
Mm-hmm.
Lisa's not
you.
going to say, Lisa's book has won so many awards. I don't know where she's going to have space to put them all, right?
I was having that thought. I was like,
Right? We are
this is
well over a dozen by now.
mm-hmm.
Well over a
Mm-hmm.
dozen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Like I have my
amazing.
anthem awards. I have my anthem awards near surrounding me, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's a beautiful feeling.
I
It's a beautiful
I
feeling.
talked about you today, sis. I said because I was talking with a fellow journalist,
Hmm.
right? Former journalist broadcast, and I said I told my sister her book was good, but she didn't believe me because I was her sister. And I
Right.
said, And I said, I'm not speaking as your sister. I'm speaking as someone that has trained journalists and mentored writers. And I
Yes.
tell you, your book is good. So as you know, sis, the other day when you stacked up your 12th or 13th award, I said, now do you believe me?
Yes, you did. Yeah.
Right.
It's
Right.
hard. I mean, that gets right back to what, Latrice was saying about celebrating yourself and so on, because and maybe it also has to do with, part of it is personality, part of it is culture and how we were raised. But you do something and you just move on. If you get an A and you just the next object is to get another A.
The next day. Yeah.
It's not to celebrate the A that you got. You know, it's to continue on. And I think that is so bred into us. Instilled into us that often we don't know any other way. So Latrice, I am very happy that you are that you have made time to celebrate, yourself and your accomplishments. Because let me tell you, a TED Talk alone
would have been worth it.
That would have been enough. A TED Talk and a book.
Yeah.
Right. And I know there's other stuff that we talk, frequently. I know there's definitely other stuff that I've forgotten, but for you to have achieved that, both in the same year.
Amazing. And well worth celebrating.
25 was your year. That was
congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a lot, and you don't think about it when you're doing it, and you definitely aren't thinking about a celebration or anything afterwards. It's definitely not that. And honestly, if folks wouldn't have pushed me and said you should celebrate yourself, stop for a moment and do that, it wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't happen. In fact, to your point, I went on and launched multiple other things and everything.
Oh my gosh, yes. I'm sorry. I said 2025. It's
right,
2026. But you understand what I mean. But because you just reminded me, there's an app. I forgot about the app.
Yeah, there's a custom app. There's a custom two GPTs that came out, and then the career accelerator, the community, and its growth. So there was all this other stuff that happened, and I just keep going, right? I'm just doing the next thing.
That sounds so familiar.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds so familiar.
Yeah, exactly.
So familiar.
Sharon, sometimes I read your newsletter, and just sometimes you do sort of, share, okay, here's what I've been doing, but often, which again, I got exhausted just reading that, right? Because it's so much stuff. But I also, when I see just the volume and the consistency, people, how long have you been doing your newsletter now? How many years?
We'll be coming up to the 6th anniversary next month.
Yeah.
So since August 2020. It has more than 700 pieces in the archive now.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Wow.
That is a lot. And people don't understand. And again, that's why I say that alone is its own full-time job, whether people want to admit it or not. The newsletter that you do is a full-time job.
They're all so good. That's
Thank you.
Let me just say it.
Thank you.
They're without going into detail, there are some newsletters that you get and I just don't even give it the time of day. I just skim it and give it. No, yours are always so good. I'm always so in. I can't wait to see what is in there, and they're all so.
Thank you.
Good. Yes. I don't know if that sounds weird, but they're just really, really good.
Yeah, all newsletters are definitely not created equal, and Sharon is one of the. I'm not saying this because I'm your sister.
Okay.
One of the best, because up to the other day I got one and I was like, is this it? Where's the rest? So anyway,
I get some newsletters and I'm always looking for the link for the rest of the newsletter, and I'm like, oh wait, this is the newsletter, right? Yeah. So it's interesting on how I think maybe even some that has evolved of what a newsletter is. Or in some cases devolved, but right. But I appreciate both of your newsletters. Sunday, that now I know Sunday I'm going.
Yeah.
It's a gentle breath on every Sunday, and I will stop and I do the breathing exercise the moment I get to that section.
Aw.
And so there's always, I love it because there's good intentionality behind that newsletter. And that's the same for
So
both
good.
of your Sharon's educates in a way
Yes,
that
yes.
I learned something absolutely brand new, like not even a little new, like absolutely brand new every
Mhm.
single newsletter.
Mhm.
So
Oh, wow.
bravo to you. I know I
Thank
can't
you.
do it. I don't have one. Because I know I can't do it.
Oh,
I
man.
hire one of you as a ghostwriter to do it. Like that's the only way a newsletter would come from leadership.
Girl, if I had the time, girl, I would absolutely do it. I'm like,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
because it takes,
Yeah.
again,
It takes.
introversions, it takes.
Full
But-
sentence.
Right. The focus and, like you said, the intentionality and the strategy and the creativity. And then, so there's that side. And then there's sort of like the tech side, which is not my strong point. But there is that side, take care of it, to take care of as well. Are the links working? Send yourself a preview. Make sure everything's working. It's all of that. Is Kit
Yes.
is behaving today, etc., etc. So there's
Always
a lot
something.
that goes into it. A lot that goes into it.
Ah,
So sis, I want
So-
to ask you because you mentioned, I think you mentioned that there are 2 events. Like you mentioned one.
There's another. I mentioned one. I mentioned the retreat, but I have something special coming up
Oh, tell us
on
about it.
July the 29th,
Uh-huh.
which I'm calling my Unsilenced Summer Studio.
Ooh.
Okay.
Tell us
So,
more. Tell us
as,
more.
as you know, I've been talking about the unsilenced method. It's a way of getting the stuff that's stuck in your head out into the world in a way that is sustainably yours, right? And so this draws on my experience of journalism and education and writing, but and helps because my skill as discerning patterns, as you know,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And so, I mean, you and I have done bits of this many, many times, of course. And so the idea is it was going to start with an in-person day in Manchester on July the 29th, where we are going to get clear. We're going to do some mindset work.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get clear on what the blocks are and talk about ways to get rid of those.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to excavate the project that you want to bring into fruition, one project.
Right.
We're going to set out a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to have 4 weeks of accountability check-ins, right, by email.
Right.
And then we're going to end with a closing online session in September. So it's like a 6-week experience
Well, that sounds amazing, sis.
for
Cool.
a handful of people. I don't think that I can give my best in that experience to more than, say, between 4 and 6 people.
Yeah, that sounds good. And can I just say that's another thing. Bringing it back a little bit to introversion. I am always better. I can do a big crowd if I need to, right?
Mhm.
I am always one-on-one is ideal, but 1-on-4, 1-on-5, a small intimate groupings, let's say up to 10.
Yeah.
20 is a stretch, but 10, 6 is even better, like you said, because then you can give people your attention. And then
Absolutely.
you can give people your attention. It does not, and then nobody feels like they have to shout for attention.
Yes,
Or,
exactly.
like nobody has to perform. Like everyone has time, everyone has space, and it just feels much better. So I love that you're keeping it intimate because everything does not have to be scaled to a mammoth size. It doesn't.
No, it does
That is
not.
exactly what happened with Quiet Queens that I was talking about. So, we had 12 people in the room last year. We have 12 people in the room this year. I mean, we could go up to 15 probably because there are 2 of us to manage the group.
Yeah.
But it does not, we agreed we did not want to scale it up to like 25 to 30 people because then it would cease to feel intimate.
Yes. Because
And
some
learning-
I know. Go ahead,
Sorry.
Latrice.
And learning retention doesn't happen well in bigger groups. There's a lot of
Exactly.
adult learning science behind that of like, what are the right numbers, whether it's an in-person or virtual, and then the type of content that you're delivering. As soon as you started talking about this, I said she cannot have more than 4 to 6 people at that. And then you said 46 people. I was like, that sounds right.
There you go. Because that's what you do, right?
I got some of that learning theory that sink in from my masters.
Right.
Right.
Both of you are educators, actually. Both of you are educators in slightly different ways, but that is what you do. Like you, Latrice, you do learning and development, and you've done it for companies big and small, usually big, right? And Sharon, you are an actual lecturer / professor, depending on which which culture you're talking about. But educating is what you both do, and so I'm glad that you're both here to say no. There is actual, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting
evidence.
Right. Yeah. But there's evidence and there's science behind it.
Yes.
And pedagogical is the word that I was looking for.
Yes. We did not just pluck that number out of the air. We did not pluck that number out of the air.
Yes, exactly. It is known.
Yeah. And I also, as an introvert, you need to be able to manage your energy. It's like, how many people can you actually productively engage with? If you're having a 6 hours experience, you can't have to be engaging with 20 people.
Yes.
So I think that the 4 to 6 number is great. That will enable me to give people my focused attention without feeling drained myself. I still feel drained at the end of the day, but that's okay.
No matter what, you came outside, so you're going to be drained.
Yeah. True.
That's just how it goes.
I'm very excited about it. I have, I haven't even announced it anywhere. So this is the first public announcement of the Unsilenced Summer Studio. There is not even a social media post yet, but there will be.
It's coming.
In the next couple of days. Yes. I only created the graphic this afternoon.
I can't wait.
New.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's new.
Well, thank you for debuting it here, on Space to Exhale.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you for making the space for me to do so.
Of course.
Yes, definitely.
So, Latrice, speaking of being out in public, I mean, we're taking a total left turn here. Speaking of being out in public and in crowds and whatever, you were recently in a crowd at Jay-Z's concert, right? Oh, Lord.
I look like this today because I'm still in recovery mode. We did not get home until 6:30 a.m. yesterday.
Oh my goodness.
It was kind of crazy. It was crazy. But I do want to say, I'm going to take an opportunity since I'm on here. I'm going to put this out in the universe because I've been seeing a whole lot of reports on what happened and what didn't happen at that event. Yes, and there's this weird, there was rioting and stuff like that. Let me tell you, I was there. I was outside. I was one of the people stuck outside. I was outside until 11 o'clock before I got in. And when I tell you, people were very calm. There was no rioting. There wasn't. Now, there were some belligerent people, but I'll have to offline tell you about that. But there were some belligerent people, but when I say there were belligerent people, it was not us.
Right. Say no more.
Say no more.
Say no more.
The cops were doing nothing. The staff were doing nothing. And it was the most bizarre thing I've ever experienced. With all of that said, greatest concert I've ever been to.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I know you ain't going to say it, so I'll say it.
What, your girl?
No.
Your girl was amazing. But that's a whole other thing.
Did you know somebody that was at that concert?
Oh, yeah, I was not going to say that, but yes, my son was playing in the band. He was the trumpet in the band.
I mean, wait to bury the lead. I'm gonna have to drag it out of her. I see. Okay.
That is amazing. That is amazing. Wow, you must be so proud.
I'm extremely, extremely proud of the man, the musician, the human being that he is. And when I tell you he killed that gig, it was like he smashed it. Like the trumpet is a very, very difficult instrument to play, and it will be the loudest always. And there are some very loud trumpet parts in a lot of those songs. And he had 3 weeks to learn an entire catalog that, by the way, came out July 25th, 1996. Alonzo was born March 25th, 1996. So,
Okay.
Wow.
so he learned music that he absolutely was not as familiar with because it's as old as him. So for 3 weeks for him to learn that catalog and then get up there and play in a very legendary moment, like a moment in history, was absolutely surreal. I can't even put into words the amount of pride that I have for him and seeing him. But I do have video, yeah. So I will share a video. Everybody was there. He say Jay-Z, but I got video of Jay-Z, of course. But I got video of my baby on the big screen and on that and everything. So I will be sharing that because I think there was a very good, valuable lesson in leadership that went down throughout this entire weekend and how those 3 days played out. So that post is coming. That posted and videos is coming soon, probably by the end of this afternoon.
Okay, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that post.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about it. We hadn't even had the conversation. Like I slept all day yesterday. Like my almost 50-year-old body said, "What are you doing? Like we have not sun up, sundown, sun up in a long time."
Listen,
up to this morning, Mommy was asking me, she's like, well, have you spoken to Latrice recently? I'm like, I mean, for us recently would be like, every other day kind of a thing. So technically no, but yeah, it's because you were out doing big things with your baby. So
nice.
Doing the thing. Yeah. But it was amazing. And like I said, Riri came out and showed out.
Yeah.
I thought the little bit that I saw, I mean, I'm like, people's expectations, honestly, it's like the woman has popped up. First of all, she is a woman.
Yes.
When she first started, she was a girl in her teens. She is a grown woman with a man and 3 children. Right?
Who were there? They were out in the line where I was at.
Yeah.
And they couldn't get in either. It was crazy.
That's funny.
We were all like, yo, if Riri's kids can't get in, we definitely ain't getting in.
Everybody best just be quiet.
Yeah, we all chilled out. We were like, yo, ASAP with the babies are here. And he was sitting out there in line. Like, we're not getting in. Like, we're not getting in till that man gets in. Like, funny. It was crazy. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of this this sort of spring and a little bit into summer going to a lot of Broadway shows. I went with my niece, I did a couple with my mom, and it just, afterward, I enjoyed it, loved it even. But after each one, I'm like, oh my gosh, so many people, too many people, and of course it's New York. So you're coming back home, there's the crowds, and it was during World Cup and all of that stuff happening. And I was like, oh, too many people.
Yeah.
Too many people.
Yeah. Being on the tube coming home late after a dinner, and it's like, oh yeah, too many people. I'm doing back-to-back events. Like I had planned one weekend. I thought, okay, I'm coming down for a Friday event. I'm meeting some people on Saturday. I'll come down on the Thursday, ease myself in. Then somebody said, oh, you've got to go to this thing on Thursday night, which, by the way, I met some really fascinating people at, which was great. But then it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's like, y'all, too much. It's got to be, you need a day's break in between. Or if you happen to do 2 things back to back, then, then peace out. You're done.
Be done with it.
Certainly the London legs have been a bit like that, whoop, 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 whoop. But I'm proud of myself. I got it done. I met some fabulous people, and and when I'm planning the next trip, I will put back in those days in between.
You need the rest days. You need the rest days.
Definitely need.
It's for you, and it's also for other people.
Well, yes, because they don't want to see you.
They don't want, right.
As Hulk said, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry. And there's nothing worse than an overtired introvert, honestly.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
I tell everybody, you want me rested because you do not want the other side of that. It's not cute. She's not pretty.
Yeah.
100% agree, Latrice.
Speaking of rest, Latrice is
Yeah.
hosting first. How are you? I know you have these, this event coming up, and all the other myriad things that you're doing. Have you already planned for how you are resting after the event? And if so, what is your plan for incorporating rest? Either like within the event itself, but definitely after.
Yeah. Right now, I'm pre-planning for that by even how I'm handling this event. I'm doing one thing a day for the event and walking away. Right. So that it just doesn't overwhelm me. I know, that's a lot for me, but that's what I'm doing. Like I steamed one of the tablecloths. That's it. That's all that's getting done today.
Okay. I like it.
Right. So I'm starting with that. My wedding anniversary is 3 days later. So the event is August 8th and my wedding anniversary is August 11th.
Oh my gosh. Mine is August 12th.
Oh, awesome. That was like right there. Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. So I don't plan our anniversary events. I just show up to them. I have a very good husband for that. So I don't know what's going to be planned, but I know he's extremely mindful and he knows I would have just had this event.
Yes.
So I do know one thing that I'm definitely doing afterwards. We're going to go and see the new Spider-Man movie because we're also nerds. Yes. So we'll be doing that. But I don't know what the anniversary thing is, but I know I'm lucky enough to have a husband that is mindful of the amount of rest I need because he's also introverted and he knows I need to have that. So I don't know what it will be, but I have complete faith that Mr. Torres will take care of my rest after the event.
Oh,
wonderful.
He will. He hasn't let you down, like he always delivers, so
he delivers even if it's something really small. He'll just have my favorite cake and rum and he knows that'll make me happy.
Yeah. It's Sharon's, she can speak more about it, but Sharon is definitely in a similar kind of relationship in that I'll say, oh, what are you doing for your birthday or whatever? And she's like, oh, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Something is happening. But it's not her. That's not her lane, That's Stephen's lane. Right, sis?
Yeah, for sure.
So this over to you. How are you incorporating rest? I know you've incorporated rest into the actual event. I'm thinking specifically about Still and Sovereign. You've incorporated rest. It does not feel like a constant round of activities. So I'm already looking forward to that. But for you personally, how are you incorporating rest? Have you done it during this trip? How are you doing it after?
I have blocked out 2 days after the retreat where I will not be bookable.
Yes.
Right? I may choose to do things. That will be my choice. But I do plan to have 2 days of rest after the retreat.
Right.
So that, and as you said, I have built in, people are allowed to manage their time within the context of the retreat. We have one major session a day, and then the rest is time where we have things available. But if you decide that you want to retreat to your room and do that, absolutely fine. Right? We're all grown ups.
From the retreat.
You can retreat from the retreat, within the retreat, if you want. Right? Right now, what I'm doing is in and between, I'm having days where I'm not doing a lot. Right? So today I went out and met someone. So I think that is probably it until next week when we go visiting some friends. Right? I'm just going to be doing like online work over the next couple of days. So, I have some rest time built in.
Good.
Here and there.
Yeah. I have been, well, you both know that I have like a little, insomnia issue, but.
Little.
Yeah, well, the other morning I'm thinking, what are you doing up? It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Me from England, right? And I'm like, that's right. Hold on a second.
Mhm.
Why are you
Why are you up?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. But what I do is I make sure that, a day or night that something like that happens where I've been up all night or only gotten a little bit of sleep. The next day, I am very, very protective of my schedule, and I take naps in between when I can to try and recuperate. And there's a time I would not have done that. I would just have thugged it out, exhausted, and just kept on and kept going constantly. But I don't do that anymore. So I make sure, even if it could be 20 minutes, could be 2 hours, which would be lovely. But even if it's just 20 minutes, like I make the time to rest and feel better. But that's for days when I haven't slept, but I still do it, even on days when I've slept great. And that's the important thing. Like, it's not just a matter of, refilling from a deficit. It's also, even if you're at parity, how do you get yourself, how do you keep yourself there? So
because we don't only have to spend, we shouldn't only have to recover, right?
Yes.
Sometimes we should be in whatever the opposite of deficit is, right? We should be in that stage where we have more than enough, where we have stuff that we can give, where our cup is already full.
Yes.
Latrice,
We don't have to
often
wait.
talks about debits and credits and your account.
Exactly. And so we want some credit in the rest column. Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love what you just said, that rest doesn't have to always just be tied exclusively to recovery like that. And I think, and I think a lot of us really, really believe that it does, but it really does not. It really just can be just reset. It can be, a revival. It can be all types of, I don't know why I'm saying all words with R's, but it can be.
Because you're on that kind of show, and you know how we love to play with our words, right?
Relax.
Right.
It's the Jay-Z bars coming. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
But I do think that Lisa, you have a shirt in your shop that says "Rest is the new success," and I think that is absolutely the thing, that if we can really adopt that, deeply in our souls, we will show up.
Yes.
We show up.
Yeah, my catchphrase is impact without exhaustion.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I don't see why we have to be running on fumes to do the work that we do. Right?
Absolutely agree.
Oh yeah, the work's not going to be good if it's on fumes. It can't be good. Right?
Can you say that again, Latrice?
I said the work can't be good if it came from the fumes.
No.
Like it can't be good.
Agreed.
It cannot be. So as we're almost at time, so last question for each of you is, how are you? My usual, I always end this way. So Sharon, you go first, and then Latrice. So how are you making space to exhale? That could be today, in your life, whatever. How are you making space to exhale?
Well, today I will be, after this wonderful show, this wonderful unexpected gift of a show, I will be sitting down with my book, watching a movie with the family, and just chilling. Right? Tomorrow I have no plans with anyone. So that's where I'm making space to exhale over the next couple of days.
Love it. Thanks, sis. What about you, Latrice?
Actually, I'm hoping when you hit end on this stream, I'll stay on, I'll see mommy, and we will discuss a trip to Sojo, Lisa Hurley. We're going to spa. Because we have been trying to spa for Lisa Hurley. We've been trying to spa for weeks, and that's the way I want to make space to exhale at Sojo.
Okay.
So we're gonna, after this call, set a date. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right,
ma'am. So first of all, or last of all, thank you to both of you. You know why? Oh my gosh, thank you to both of you, and thanks for sharing this space with me and with everybody who is watching and listening. And thanks to everybody who is tuned in, whether you're team live or team replay. Thanks for sharing this space with us. And remember, you do not have to deserve rest. You don't have to earn your relaxation time. You deserve time and space to exhale always. Bye. See you next time. Thank you for joining me on Space to Exhale, the podcast. If today's conversation resonated with you, please subscribe, follow the show, and leave a review. Every rating, review, comment, and share helps more people discover these conversations about rest, well-being, healing, and living with greater ease. Join me live every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook, or catch the replay wherever you listen to your podcasts. To stay connected between episodes, visit spacetoexhalebook.com, subscribe to the Gentle Breath newsletter, and explore my award-winning book, Space to Exhale. Until next time, remember, you do not have to earn rest. You do not have to justify your joy. You do not have to prove your worth. You are already worthy of love, worthy of care, and worthy of having time and space to exhale. Ashe.